Hello YouTubers, welcome back to Richard's Reviews. As I stated in my last video, I was going to do a review on the Evercharge vacuum, and also wanted to do just to talk about the Ryobi batteries. So it's all Ryobi today. It's even got the Ryobi hat for the occasion. But let's start with the batteries. And just to go over the batteries that they have available right now, one of which I don't have, but they still sell. They do have the NiCad batteries. I don't think they're worth it. I don't have them, so I can't really talk about them or anything. But to start out with, with a basic. So this is their base model, 1.3 amp hour. 18 volt lithium. Got that. Then you got the bigger version of that, the 2.6 amp hour base model, also 18 volt. From there you move on to what they call the Lithium Plus. And the major differences about this is not so much the ampage, because like this is a 1.3, this is a 1.5, so not a huge difference there. But one of the things is, unlike these, this has a fuel gauge on the front. That little button there, if you press it, you'll see the lights. So that's going to tell you, the charge you have left in the battery without having to have the tool shut off on you all of a sudden. So obviously if you have all your lights such as that, you're at a full charge. If you have two lights, naturally you're at half charge, and so forth. So that is the 1.5 amp hour Lithium Plus. And then the big granddaddy of them all is the 4 amp hour Lithium Plus. Now, just to make note, they have a 5 amp hour battery. To my knowledge right now, it's not available online. Well, it might be online. I don't know about that. But it's not available in the stores in our states right now. I believe it's coming out. I don't know when. From what I've heard, there are rumors that there's going to be a 9 amp hour battery. I believe that one might already be out, though. I'm not sure. But right now, currently, if you go into the stores, this is going to be the biggest Ryobi battery you can buy, the 4 amp hour Lithium Plus. So that's the batteries that are available right now. Like I said, the NiCads, I don't buy anymore. They're not worth it. They don't hold a charge as long. You can't leave them in the tool, which you can with these. It will drain the battery over time, but not as quickly as the NiCads. So I just don't feel the NiCads are worth the money to even have. They're really not worth it. So now on to the main reason I am doing this video, and that's to introduce the Ryobi Evercharge vacuum. You can see I have a battery in it already. This is a great vacuum for your car, obviously, even for little cleanups around the shop or whatever, maybe a tool area or anything like that. So the features on it, this is your release button for your container here. So you push that forward and that pops off. Nothing there really. And then here, your cup, you pull this out. This is your filter area. You pull that out. Whatever dirt there's going to be in there, you just empty that out. So that's your plastic container. As far as the filter goes, there's another part here, and there's two clips, one here, one here. And you press those in. That's going to unsnap. And then you can take the filter out and bump that out or blow it out. If you do blow it out, take my advice, be careful because the dust goes everywhere. I already made that mistake and got it in my eyes once, but just to make that clear, you might want to actually just bang it on the table a couple times. That'll release the dust just as easy. And then you just snap it back in. Put the filter back in there, like that. And then what I like to do is I like to take that clip right there on the bottom and clip that into the bottom first, and then release that and snap it back on. So you're all good to go. The battery just very easily plugs in. Your power switch is here. Now that's the only, I guess, quirk that I would have about this is the positioning of the power button, because so many times I'll be vacuuming, you know, I hit the power button to turn on, and I'll listen just for a minute. Alright, so that's the power button obviously, but so many times I'll be using this and vacuuming and not paying attention, and my hand will slip over it or whatever and shut it off. So that's about the only quirk I can say about it, is the positioning of the power button. It's a little sketchy, you know, because it's very easy to hit it and shut it off accidentally, or turn it on accidentally for that matter. But that's really it. The other thing is it does have a light, an indicator light as far as when it's charging, which is right here. So what you're going to do is once you plug this in, I'll explain that in a minute, but once this is plugged in with the battery in it, that's going to blink. When it's done charging, it will slowly go on and off, you know, very slowly. Kind of blinking, but it's very slow. So that tells you that the battery is fully charged. Now, unlike a lot of the tools, they always recommend you don't leave the battery in there while it's charging. With this, it's actually meant to do that, hence the name Evercharge. Me personally, even when it's charged, I like to take the battery out. And if you look to it's going to be to my left, right here is a little shelf thing I put that I keep the battery on. Right next to that thing there, that's your charging station. And the way that works is you plug in right there. So what you do is you go over to that and you plug this on top of that. It actually plugs into here, and that's going to charge your vacuum. You'll see the light start to blink, and like I said, once it stops blinking and it's just, you know, real slow going on and off, that means you're charged. What I like to do at that point is I take the battery out, leave this obviously plugged in up there, and I just put the battery on that shelf next to it. That's just a preference of mine. I mean, you don't have to do that. You can leave the battery, you can leave this plugged in with the battery on it. It's fine. It's just a preference of mine of what I like to do. So that's the vacuum. It's called the Ryobi Evercharge. Really good, strong vacuum. Like I said, it's not going to be for anything major, but your little cleanups around the shop, or like I said, it's really good for your car, something like that. You know, definitely worth the money to get it for that. But that's it for now. I don't have anything else to review at this point. But anyway, check it out if you get a chance. This is, I believe, right now $69, and it comes with a battery and obviously the charger. It's sold as a kit, and like I said, really good price for what you're getting. Again, Ryobi. We know how much I love Ryobi. So anyway, tune in again soon, and maybe I'll have a review for something else. All right, take care.